In Chapter 1, you will be introduced to the study of juvenile delinquency, how sociologists study and define delinquency. You'll also learn about three conceptions of juvenile delinquency. That is, these are three views for how you can study juvenile delinquency, how you can think about it. One view is called the normative conception. And the normative conception is really focused on this idea that there are a set of ground rules that we all agree to when we live in society. Philosophers call this the social contract, meaning that we all agree to adhere to a set of community standards, ideas, norms, values, traditions, etc. That we're all going to agree to do those things. And in exchange, we get to live in this society, in that community. That's the normative approach to looking at juvenile delinquency. And so for sociologists who study from that view, they're really focused on why is it that some adolescents don't seem to accept that social contract. What reasons factor into that? But even these sociologists recognize that individual factors, things such as race and gender, social class, levels of education, quality of education, may play a role in juvenile delinquency. The second view is the normative, I said that one already, sorry, social constructionist view. The social constructionist view is focused on the idea that society defines juvenile delinquency. Therefore, as many sociologists who study from the more critical perspective, conflict perspective, argue that it's a social construct. That is, society creates a meaning, but that doesn't necessarily make it so. Right? So, quick example. Breaking curfew. That's a status offense. From the social constructionist perspective, the question is, well, why is 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or whatever the community curfew is? Why is that the right curfew? Why isn't it later? And why does it apply to all adolescents, regardless of age? Who decided that? Those are questions that, from a social constructionist view, the sociologists are going to be studying. And the third view is the critical conception. And this conception is really focused on power, who has it, and how it is used to advantage some people and not others. For sociologists who study delinquency from this view, they're very much focused on how mainstream white social standards can be oppressive to people who do not come from that background. And so for sociologists who study from this perspective, they are looking at how those expectations can, in a sense, almost create the rebelliousness or the delinquency simply because some youth who are not from that white mainstream background are just not going to be able to adhere to it or are not going to want to adhere to it. So those three views give us a slightly different view of delinquency. However, all three of them are used throughout this textbook for us to really get a 180-degree angle or view on juvenile delinquency. You will also learn about intersectionality. Intersectionality is the idea that we, as individuals, have many facets to our identities. I, for example, am brown, I'm a female, I am Chicanx or Latinx, I am a lawyer, I am a spouse, I am an athlete, etc. I have many different identities. But I cannot actually say that one of those identities is more important to me than the other. These identities are intertwined, they overlap, and you cannot really pull one away from the rest of the identities. And that intersectionality does influence our experiences within whatever society we live in. So this is a very good foundational chapter. I hope that you enjoy learning about the basic ideas, the basic concepts, so that as we move forward throughout these 8 weeks, you will have a really good, strong foundation.